Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is January 30th, 2026. And Newcastle, ladies and gentlemen, coming strong after one of our most talented players currently in La Masia. Also, it's been revealed that Barcelona met with a Brazilian talent, an incredibly promising talent. And finally, Leon Goretzka discussing a possible move to Barcelona. We have a lot to discuss. So let's begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Boo, and I'm bringing you this short live stream to bring you the latest Barcelona news while I'm still away from home and while still out of the country today. I went live 3 other times before this one. So yes, including this video, there will be 4 videos today, which if you watch all of them, you will be completely up to date on all the news regarding the best, greatest club in the world, Football Club Barcelona. Now, speaking of the news, let's dive right in because, ladies and gentlemen, Newcastle, the Premier League club, is coming strong for one of our most promising players currently in La Masia, who's no other than Guille Fernandez, one of the Fernandez cousins, of course, the other cousin being Tony Fernandez. Now, the 17-year-old Guille, who's a midfielder currently in Barça Athletic, was considering leaving the club during last summer, but Flick convinced him to stay. He was having some doubts during this winter transfer market because not only is he not getting minutes with the first team, in fact, he's not even training with the first team, he's not even getting minutes with Barça Athletic. And well, now a new club has joined the race for one of the most promising players in La Masia, which is no other than Newcastle, who are currently offering the player minutes, guaranteed minutes. And they're also offering him, of course, a much higher salary to try to lure him away from Barcelona during this winter transfer market. Now, Barcelona, of course, as I told you in a previous video, have completely closed the door on Guille Fernandez and Dani Rodriguez leaving during this winter transfer market. They want Guille to stay and help Barça Athletic get promoted from 4th to 3rd division. And then they're going to sit down with the player and have a different conversation during the summer transfer market to kind of lay out what the plan is, what the future is. Because, of course, Barcelona want to hold on to Guille and his cousin Tony Fernandez because, again, 2 incredibly talented and promising players. Now, let's move on to the next bit of news because speaking of talented players, it's been revealed that Deco and Joao, well, actually not Deco, it was Joao Amaral, Deco's right-hand man, and his staff met with one of the most promising players currently in Brazil, someone we talked about previously on this channel, who's no other than Eduardo Conceição. Now, Eduardo Conceição is a 16-year-old left winger currently playing in Palmeiras Academy, someone that caught the attention of the entire footballing world during the Copinha, that, of course, that tournament that's designed for Brazil to showcase is young and up-and-coming talent, someone that Barcelona always sends scouts to. And, of course, Eduardo Conceição shining in the Copinha, catching the attention of the entire world. Amongst them, of course, Barcelona scouts who had many positive reports and many positive things to say about this young, promising player who's considered the most promising player in his age category currently in Brazil. Now, Eduardo Conceição is kind of a similar profile to Lamine Yamal, but plays on the left. Someone that's really great at dribbling, very good at 1v1s, likes to take on defenders, and likes to break lines with his skills or with the ball on his feet. And it's been revealed that Joao Amaral flew all the way to Brazil to meet Eduardo Conceição and his agent and to make it very clear to him that Barcelona are very interested in signing him. Now, what's the problem? The problem is that Eduardo Conceição recently renewed his contract with Palmeiras until 2029. And here's a kicker. I hope you're sitting down. I hope you're not drinking anything. He has a 100 million euro release clause. Incredibly high. Of course, this doesn't mean that that's what Palmeiras are going to want, 100 million euros. This is just to force clubs to, negotiate instead of just take them away and then, of course, try to gouge them because this is what these clubs do. Now, Eduardo Conceição is 16 and won't be turning 18 until January 2028. So that means he won't be able to make a move to Europe until January 2028. But Barcelona have made it clear to the player that they're interested in him. Of course, whether Barcelona can make the signing or not we're going to have to wait and see, because of course there's going to be a huge push by some of the biggest clubs in Europe for this guy, which means it's going to drive the price up. And as I told you before, Barcelona's plan now is to make small spending on young up and coming players, sign young promising players before their price skyrockets. And if Barcelona are going to make a big spending, it's going to have to be on someone that's ready to hit the ground running, not someone that's up and coming, but rather someone in their prime, someone that has experience. So I would put a big question mark on this signing, but of course, we'll see what happens. After all, Eduardo Conceição could always force Palmeiras to negotiate with Barcelona only if he says, I only want to go to Barca. But that's, of course, a different discussion for a different time, because, again, if this move happens, it's not going to be until 2028. So very long time from now. Now, on to that next bit of news, because Leon Goretzka has discussed whether he's going to come to Barcelona or not. Now, of course, several weeks ago, news broke that Leon Goretzka was looking to leave Bayern Munich during this summer transfer market when he's going to become a free agent. And the news stated that Goretzka wanted to come to Barcelona to reunite with Hansi Flick, the coach who pretty much made him a better player, because under Flick, Goretzka was pretty much the best version of himself. Together with Flick, they won the sextuple with Bayern Munich. They made history. And the report stated that Goretzka wanted to reunite with Flick at Barcelona. Of course, we know Barcelona, or I should say, Flick was interested in Goretzka last summer. He tried to sign him, but of course, Bayern Munich wanted a lot of money, so Barcelona said no. But now Goretzka gave some statements during an interview where he said that, there's no truth to those reports, that he's not looking to reunite with Flick with Barcelona, that he had no conversation with Flick about coming to Barcelona, but he has confirmed through different interviews or different reports that he will be leaving Bayern. So it looks like Goretzka is leaving Bayern this summer, but doesn't look like he's coming to Barcelona. They're saying most likely he will go to Atletico Madrid. Now, would I want Goretzka on my team? I think under Flick, he could be a great, great asset. But is it a loss that he's not going to come or he's going to Atletico Madrid? Absolutely not. After all, we have 1 million midfielders. The last thing we need is yet another one. Anyways, let's end today's video with some statements by Coutinho, because Coutinho gave an interview to SofaScore, who named him the best player of La Liga last season, and during which he revealed how his more details about his relationship with Hansi Flick and how thankful he is to the German coach by stating the following. Hansi Flick was the one who believed in me when no one did, not even myself. So I can only thank him. He's the person who practically made me deliver the best season of my career, the best season of my entire football life. He's the one who made me compete for individual awards. He made me rediscover my place in the world of football and also made me understand myself as a person. A huge part of what happened last season and what's happening now is thanks to him. So I have nothing but gratitude for him, for everything I've been through. So Coutinho giving, of course, his thanks and mad props to Flick, because after all, under Flick, we saw the best version of Coutinho, despite what people wanted to say about Raphinha under Xabi. Oh, he's great. Seriously, you saw how he performed last season. Did you see how he performed now? You're telling me what Raphinha used to do under Xabi Hernandez was good? Absolutely not. The best version of Coutinho ever, not just that Barca was under Flick, and Raphinha recognizing that, because, ladies and gentlemen, Flick, I don't know what he does, but he somehow, some way gets the best out of every player he gets. Now, Coutinho also talked about that moment. Remember when Hansi Flick was distraught, sitting on the bench, looked very sad. He was just looking into the abyss, and then Raphinha came up and said something to him. Well, there was a lot of rumors about what might have said. People were saying that Raphinha told Flick that, hey, don't be sad, we're going to come back, things like that. And now Coutinho was asked about this during this interview, and he clarified what happened during that conversation. And this is what Coutinho had to say. I think he was a bit annoyed, talking about Flick, of course, because of the assistant sending off. That's, of course, when his assistant Marcus Sorg was shown a red card. Later, he talked about it, but he was also a bit dissatisfied with the team's performance. So I tried to calm him down and told him that we would come back and that we are rediscovering ourselves, and that the most important thing in that moment was for the team to win, which we achieved. I think we really are rediscovering ourselves. So Coutinho confirming that, yes, he told Flick, hey, don't be sad, we will come back. And while Coutinho did honor that promise, because since then, the team has been improving, the team has turned things around. Of course, we still got a lot of room for improvement. We still got a lot of things we need to fix and change if we hope to win the Champions League. But nonetheless, we can't deny the fact that this team has improved a lot from those months where, well, we weren't doing too well. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. Again, fourth video. I'm exhausted. I've been at this for like, what, 4 or 5 hours. So make sure to watch all 4 videos. Make sure to hit the like button on all 4 videos. Make sure to drop comments on all 4 videos. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss all the up-to-date news in regards to the greatest club on earth, FC Barcelona. Thank you, guys. I will see you tomorrow. And as always, Visca Barça.